Welcome to the After the Show Movie Podcast, brought to you by your hosts, Ace Scully and Sid Talk. We're addicted to movies. Are you? Hello, Sid Talk. Hello, world. Hello.
Oh, that's ambitious. Talking to the whole world.
Yeah.
That was not part of the before or the after the show discussion. You weren't having grandiose ideologies. I guess, literally. Not just the world, though. Let's go bigger. This could go out to the entire universe.
It could.
Yeah. Put it on a radio wave and whoosh, there it goes.
And they'll be like, what the hell are they talking about?
We love them.
All right, Sid Talk. Anything else before we go?
Anything else than everything I have to say? No, nothing.
Nothing. All right. It's Saturday, May the 16th. This is After the Show, your weekly movie review podcast. And on episode 943, we're looking at the new movie, The Drama. It's a 2026 release, out now on streaming, rated R. Its runtime is 1 hour and 45 minutes, and it's from our friends at A24, who sent us a copy for review. Sid Talk, can you give us the synopsis of the movie, The Drama?
The fallout from people's reactions to things. Is that fair? At a wedding.
Here's the one off the box.
Okay.
Witness the wedding of the year. A happily engaged couple is put to the test when an unexpected turn sends their wedding week off the rails. That's what it is.
Not really.
Let me say, this movie, you should go into this completely devoid of what's going on. You don't need to know anything.
No. I also don't look at the cover.
It's the best way to go into it. Yeah, the cover's misleading. Look at the cover on our sheet, though.
I know.
That's the one I saw.
Right.
You see? It's just her. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's fine. If you look at that one, a picture of Zendaya, it's fine. But don't look at the other one with both of them on it. So go and watch the movie, come back,
Yeah.
and now we're free to say what the hell we
We'll
want.
tell you all the stuff.
Yeah. So, Sita, what did you think of A24's The Drama?
I really enjoyed it. I don't know how, it really tickled my brain. You know me. I like to analyze people's behaviors and either give them absolutely no excuse whatsoever for bad behavior or be like, well, this series of things in someone's mind and life can lead to, and that's what to me, that's the essence of this story.
It's, I would say, hard to watch kind of thing. It's like when you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm and everything's like, everybody says what they think, and it's got a lot of that going on.
Oh, I don't have that because I'm not you. I want people to say what they think.
Yeah, no, I like it. But I'm saying some people might not like it.
Doesn't make me uncomfortable at all.
Some people might think, oh my God, these people, this is hard. Like, what the hell is... It's a series of events that it gets...
So let's just lay the premise. So the bride and groom are having dinner with their maid of honor and best man. And the best man is the groom's best friend, and his wife is just sort of peripheral friend of the bride, but kind of seems like the only friend she has.
You're right.
So they're having dinner. They're getting drunk. This is a week before the wedding. And they start joking around. What's the worst thing you've ever done? Like they've confessed to each other as couples. What's the worst thing you've ever done? They go from there. 3 of them have actually physically done things, like done something bad. And the bride, while thinking about and planning to do something absolutely horrific, she never did anything.
No.
She never did anything. And so from there spirals this very interesting, hypocritical, the other 3, well, 2 of them, the groom's friend doesn't seem, he's not involved with being bothered by any of it, right? But the maid of honor and the groom get fixated. And from there, choices are made and actions are taken that turns into the drama. But in essence, when you boil it down, she did nothing.
No.
She actually didn't do anything. So are we going to address the discussion of what?
Yeah, because you'll never guess what it is.
No.
Because while you're watching this movie, the opening of the movie where he meets her
Mhm.
And then they have the romance, and then this part happens.
And the thing is, I think you're doing what a lot of people will do, and like the groom getting fixated on the essence of what she says. So the bride confesses, if it's a confession, and it is of sorts, that when she was a teenager, she was bullied. She then planned a school shooting. She made videos about it. She had a gun. She practiced. She got in her mind all this tough, like she liked the way it looked, like the feeling. So for her, the feeling of that gave her power in the moment. At the time, she was 15. And then, as a course of action in her life, she's shooting the gun out in the woods at nothing. She's shooting at trees and stuff. And her ear balloon gets blown out. Right? So that's one thing that happens that...
ear blown.
Yeah, her ear gets blown out. So she goes deaf in her right ear. So that's one thing in a series of events, as in everybody's life, that puts a stop sign in front of her for what she's planning to do. Then, even though she's still on that trek, she meets some people who become her friends. And they are anti-gun activists at the high school. And they invite her to be part of it. Like, we see flashbacks of this. This is all you get. And through the course of her getting to belong to this group of people, and very possibly really believing in the cause of anti-guns, right? We didn't clear that up. But through that process, the planning and the idea of the school shooting that she seemed pretty connected to went away. She never did it. It was just always there on her. She knew that she had planned it, and she's confessing this. And then the groom and the friend, they can't let that go, because to them, that makes her a bad person.
But they're bad people too, because what their confessions were just maybe not quite so bad.
True.
The guy, the groom, he said, I cyberbullied somebody so bad they probably moved out of town. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a coincidence.
And he laughed.
And laughed, yeah.
And the friend / bridesmaid lady locked a child in a closet in the woods in a camper and then left them there and never told anybody, even after the police were looking.
Yeah.
They eventually found the boy. She never told anybody. And even then, she's like, what? They found him. Like, not acknowledging that doing the thing, even though the outcome was okay, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how traumatized that child was, right?
She even said they found him. I didn't need to say anything.
Yeah. Like, it was fine. But then our lady, the bride, actually did not. She didn't harm anyone. Now,
she just had thoughts.
Yeah, but the series of events, and 2 different times in the movie, someone asks, so that's why you didn't do it? Like, he said to her, so then you just changed your mind? And she's like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I just didn't do it. And then the other person says, so just like that, just a split second, you didn't do it? You changed your mind? And she's like, yeah. And then I didn't do it. Right? So to me, that's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, the part where it shows you random people walking in the street and saying,
yeah,
each one of these people could have had a thought like that, like now, and never acted on it.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
People have thoughts about terrible things.
Right.
All manner of terrible things. And if she had never said it out loud, they would have never known. Nothing bad ever happened. All that she did back as a teenager was she threw her dad's weapon that she was fantasizing with and about into like a mucky river, or, body of water. Like, when she decided, I'm not doing this, she threw the gun away. She got rid of all the stuff. She moved on, changed her whole view of life. So in essence, she's the most advanced person here because she confronted all that alone. She never told anyone. She just kept moving and got through that and changed, right?
And they're just like, we were terrible, and then that was that.
Yeah, and they can't get over the fact that she didn't, but what if you did? Right? But she didn't.
Yeah.
But you could have, but I didn't.
And the husband's, the groom says to her, so were you just not going to ever tell me? And she goes, I guess so.
Yeah, like, why would I? And I don't disagree with that. I think it's fascinating. And so I was intrigued just by the whole acknowledgement of humans being bad and the layers of which we are willing to judge people, then the actual drama is the groom who can't cope with this in his mind actually does something bad.
Yeah, he unravels a little bit.
He unravels and does something bad. And then in the end, he even says about his bride multiple times, trying to write the speech and mentioning to the photographer how empathetic and kind this bride lady is. And in the end, she knows he's done something bad, and yet she wants to start again.
Right.
Let's keep going. So it's fascinating. I was really interested, but I think a lot of people will do kind of what you've done and focus on the heart of what she said she would have done and make that the thing. But I don't even think that's the thing.
I didn't do that.
No.
What I was thinking was how bad, like how everybody, first off, what I was thinking was when they all said what they did around the table, I was thinking that the groom's one seemed the worst to me. Because he was just like so off the cuff with it. He was like, I've cyberbullied somebody pretty badly. And
I don't know. I think locking a child in a closet and leaving them there.
Well, it's just the way he reacted. The others seem to have some. When she was talking about it, about the locking somebody in a closet, she did seem to have something about it, but he was just nonchalantly saying, I cyberbullied somebody and they might have moved house. And I was like, whoa, he's pretty shitty. And then she told her thing, and I'm like, well, that's really shitty. They're all really shitty.
They are. But hers wasn't something she did.
No.
She thought about it. See, that's the difference.
But and then somebody says later on, so what do? Do you go and tell the police?
Right, if you just
that somebody had a thought?
Yeah, see, that was interesting too.
And then he said, like, what are they going to arrest her for? Like, she hadn't done anything. She was a different person, a young person. Now she's got shit together.
Willing to overlook, like when you know your friend or your person, anybody has done something bad, then you find this is another thing really fascinating. So there's a moment when he's fucked in the head about it, like he can't cope with it. But when the woman who's the bridesmaid lady, maid of honor, I keep forgetting what she is, when she's really going at, like the bride isn't there and she's talking bad about her, the groom then makes up in his own mind a vision of something that the bride had gone through. Okay, so when she was 10, her neighbor, the girl who lived next door, was killed in a car wreck. The bride makes it very clear, I didn't see it or anything. She just died. And they told me she died. But in his mind, to give her an excuse for why she might have started wanting to harm people, he created an actual image in his mind of her standing and seeing the girl dying in the car. And then he's trying to portray that to the people. Like, just imagine going through that. Like, he's invented it. It didn't happen that way.
No.
But he will excuse her behavior. And then he gets a little turned on by it. The images of her with the gun, the images of her thinking that it's cool. He kind of starts to turn it around in his own mind. Like, oh, that's kind of sexy.
There was like a little book on his desk of sexy women with guns.
Because he runs an art gallery for a college, and there's an art exhibit about it. And not just that, but he kind of comes to like defend her and think it's kind of cool. And it's really interesting. So that's why I love this movie. I think there's subtle things that other people might not grab onto those, but I did.
What I really like about it was the performances. Let's get on to the people who are in it. Let's see. We got Zendaya as Emma. She's the bride. And she is fantastic. And in fact, like everybody in this, there's like really subtle acting going on.
Absolutely.
As well as really over the top stuff as well, obviously.
And we know you love Haim, so you're going to love her anyway.
Yeah. There's a lot of just when they're sitting looking at each other and you're like, especially after the revelation has come out and everything's kind of changed for him, the way he looks at her. You can feel it all, the tension between them. It's really, really well done.
Absolutely. Everybody is good. I agree.
Because there's a moment and, it's all happy and lovey-dovey. Obviously, we're getting ready for a wedding. And then this night happens. And after that night, the vibe is so different between everybody. And it's like there's like a wall up.
Yep.
Or there's smoke in the room or something. Everybody's, I don't know. It's very might be hard for some people because it's like challenging. It challenges their relationship, let's say.
Well,
and everybody else's.
The challenge is him and his interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Like she's literally, it's not like she went to prison. She never did anything. She never threatened anyone with nothing. She literally did nothing.
Like she's making a smoothie and she comes in the room with a knife in her hand.
Yeah.
And he looks at her like, and are you scared of me or something?
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, no, of course not. But, it's all awkward. Like it's,
yeah.
In his mind, he's like, maybe she's just going to kill me.
Right. But that's him.
Yeah.
He's invented this. So that's what's interesting.
But then on the other side of that coin, who knows about anybody, right?
True.
And that's what it's about.
Actually capable of, yes.
Robert Pattinson plays Charlie. You know him. He's Batman. I'm Batman. What do you think of Robert?
He does a good job of being that nervous guy who obsesses over.
I think the acting is masterclass level. Like, it's really good in this. Like, I believe everybody. Yes, they're a bit pretentious and
absolutely.
But it's that type of people. New York people. Sorry, New York people. Not all New York people. You know what I'm saying. They got these highfalutin jobs and everybody's a bit fancy looking, That kind of thing. Alana Haim plays Rachel. She's the friend who can't deal with her.
Yeah, and she's excellent because she is exactly the person. We all know her.
I do love her speech at the wedding.
Absolutely.
It's very, very... It's worth watching this movie to get to that speech.
Yes.
Because you can see her brewing throughout that scene. She's like, I can't wait till it's my turn to say something. And her husband is looking at her like all the time, like, what's she going to say? I know what she's going to say. And we've got, talking to the husband, Mamadou Athi plays Mike. I don't believe I've seen him before.
We have seen him, yes.
Have we?
Yes.
I don't know what in, but he's excellent too. Everybody. And Haley Gates as Misha. She's the lady who our groomsman
has a...
Yes.
Yeah. She was really good too because, she's the one that's kind of hearing him third hand try to work out what to do. And she says what everyone's thinking. She's the one that says, well, do you call the police? Wouldn't you call the police? Because they're a threat.
Mm-hmm.
In this circumstance, what is the person in the audience thinking? And there are 2 or 3 people who say what we're all thinking, like the maid of honor, like the Haim lady and this lady. They say what we're all thinking, like... I like that.
Why I really like this Haley Gates lady, she's from Twin Peaks. You might not remember her, but she's like a drug addict mother.
Oh, no.
In the Return of Twin Peaks. She was only in it briefly, but I always remember her face, and I was like, oh, that's her. So, directed by Christopher Borgli, he directed Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage, the one where everybody was dreaming about Nicolas Cage. Remember?
Yeah, I like that one.
That was a good one too, yeah. What do you think of this one? I really like this one. It's natural or something.
I don't know about natural because there are moments when the editing, directing, it gets a little, or the time where it flips from like what we have done, what might happen, what I feel like is happening. It's a little bit muddied.
Mm-hmm.
Like just slicing together sort of like frantic anxiety. And it's not super effective to me. Like it was a little bit too choppy sometimes.
Right. I really liked it. A24, again, it seems like something when you're going into it. Just seems like this might be just a generic rom-com. But it never is it, with them? So, no. And it really isn't. As soon as the heavy topic comes up, things are like, ooh.
It doesn't get weird, though. So that might be another thing people do expect from A24.
Yeah, it's not like a horror movie or something. Or a blood guts fest, or it's not that type of thing, right? But the subject matter is, and I saw Ari Aster was involved. It was done through his film company, and he's the producer of it. Ari Aster, by the way, said talk if you don't know, is Midsommar guy,
right?
And he's done a bunch of them for A24.
See, I don't think the subject matter is what you think it is. That's why I'm saying it's not about her planning a school shooting.
No.
That's not the subject
it's part
matter.
of it, but it's about
It's just
people.
the catalyst for saying to someone,
Yeah.
you're going to judge me for my thoughts?
I really like when he asked the lady in the break room, so what's the worst thing you've ever done? And she looked up at him and she said, cheated. And then he looked kind of disappointed and she went, is cheating not bad enough?
Yeah, exactly.
But what he's thinking is like, whoa, the things that I've heard, and that's nothing compared to what I've heard. But yeah, it's good. It's thought-provoking, let's say. Would you say?
Absolutely.
So IMDb reviews, what are those?
Those are reviews where you're going to find some 1 stars, I'm guessing, from people saying, it's the worst movie. Nothing ever happens. It's a waste of my time.
I'm sure. Let's see how many 1-star reviews there are. 35.
Okay.
There was only about 3 last week, so this one must have tickled some funny bones or something. Is that the right expression? All right, number 1 says, one of the worst movies I have ever seen. It felt like the agenda of this movie was to talk about guns. Not that they did it too well. It feels like a disconnected scenes with randoms. My God, a waste of 2 hours. Zendaya can't act, and Robert Pattinson is terrible. And don't get me started on locking a disabled child in a cabinet versus thinking about a school shooting. FF. I don't know what FF means.
I don't either, but this is a person who's focused on the wrong fucking thing. And no offense, but you watched it wrong, so that's why you didn't like it.
Second guy says, not romantic and not a comedy. It does say on IMDb, romantic comedy.
Yeah, it's not very funny.
No. Real bad and disappointing. Touches too sensitive a topic, but offers no comfort to me. Acting is mediocre, stupid, and wouldn't be classified as romantic comedy, ? And the last guy says, would give it 0 stars, but there's no option for that, and the cast acting was terrible. The plot, there was no storytelling, underwhelming. They wasted Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. The movie was stretched out and did not have a climax movie should have. Like, why can nobody write sentences or, you know?
Yeah.
Is it just they're really mad when they're writing it? Arrgh.
Are they not very smart?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's give it that. Let's say that I'm being terrible and I'm saying they're not very smart.
It's like they don't, there's nothing. There's no punctuation. I don't know. There's AI these days, guys. You could just put your shitty writing into it and it'll tidy it up for you.
It won't.
I'm sure it'll come out better than that.
It doesn't. I've tried. It is definitely not better than what I have to say.
Yeah, but it'd be way better than what these have to say. That's what I'm getting at.
I don't know about that.
All right, extras. We didn't see any because we watched streaming, but let's give this movie a score. I'm going to give the drama an 8 out of 10.
That's pretty high. We give it like a 7.6.
I just saw quality all over it. And topic, the whole, it wasn't what I was expecting. And I like to be a little surprised by something.
Right.
And that's really what it is. That's why I say go in at this point. Hopefully you watched it already. Or we ruined the whole thing for you. We didn't leave anything out, probably. Did we?
I don't think so.
All right. So next week, we're looking at the movie Project Hail Mary with Mr. Ryan Gosling. So stick around for a week and then listen to that one.
Just say right where we are.
Yep. Movie recommendations. I'm going with a Zendaya movie I liked called Challengers about the tennis.
Okay.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Music by 9 Inch Nails. Pretty intense. And Robert Pattinson, I'm not going for Batman, but I'm going for an A24 movie called High Life about an astronaut and a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I probably think most people haven't seen that movie. It was
true.
Right at the beginning of A24. So, yeah. High Life and Challenges.
And I am going to go for the list that I'm making of all the adventure movies that I've ever seen, that have ever been made. And I'm up into the seas. So I'm at Conan the Barbarian. Now, it's not a classic. It's not classy. I'm just saying it exists and I've seen it and it's adventure. And probably at the time it was on HBO, I don't know, 500 times a month.
No doubt.
Back in the day. And then we have a completely opposite. It would be Cool Runnings.
Yes.
About the
Bobsled
Bahamas,
team.
Jamaican bobsled team with John, Candy. Then we have the Crocodile Dundees. As you can see, we're in the seas here. And then one of yours, the Daleks Invasion, which is a TV movie from BBC back in the day. I'm guessing 80s, maybe 70s.
Yeah.
But it was a TV movie that if you probably haven't seen it, if you're into Doctor Who, then the Daleks Invasion would be one of those that you have to see. And then we have Dante's Peak and all of the other volcano movies from that same year.
There were two, right?
I think there's 3 that year.
Volcano and Dante's Peak.
And there's another one. I can't remember it.
Vesuvius.
No. Maybe. I don't think so.
Maybe.
It was the year of the
Shark.
natural disasters for sure.
Probably Shark Volcano.
No, not back then. There were no shark movies.
Volsharkno?
No.
Oh, somebody should do that. I mean, might as well, right? At this point.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Sid Talk. Ace Scully stuff. I've been playing a new game this week. American Truck Simulator. Have you heard of this game?
It's not new.
Well, they have a new DLC.
Aye.
And it's the state of Illinois. And I've been looking at it this week. American Truck Simulator. It's not new. I've talked about it how many times on this show?
Multiple.
It's one of my favorite games on Steam. You're a truck driver and you drive loads from one place to another across America. That's what it is. That's
the whole thing.
It's not really like a game, though. It's a simulation of driving a truck. It's very, very like deep in the weeds, like everything about a truck that you can do in this game. And as far as you want to take this game, you can take it. You can actually, I've seen people on YouTube who have built the inside of a truck inside the house with screens as the windscreen, steering wheels, truck shifters, the whole thing.
Okay.
So they sit inside a real truck and play this game, basically, which is insane. So you can take it as far as you want. You can sit on the couch and play it with a controller, or you can buy all the sim stuff and end up with a huge truck in your living room. And you know what's really weird about that? Not weird, but cool, is the guy I watched on YouTube who made the big rig, the sim rig that moves and everything. He's an actual truck driver in real life. He comes home and plays that on Twitch.
Interesting.
So like he's super into trucks. And
he's all in.
Yeah, so this map pack, which came out this week, it's $11.99, by the way. They're not particularly expensive. Well, it's expensive if you're new to this and then you buy the base game and then you have to buy all the packs. You might end up spending $200. That's something like The Sims for you, right?
Absolutely.
All the packs add up, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So, Illinois, I don't know a lot about Illinois, to be fair. Do you?
It's flat. I have been to Illinois many
It
times.
looks a lot like Missouri to me.
I'm from Missouri, so I know about Illinois.
Right. What's what's the fact about Illinois that you know?
I don't know. Any facts?
Maybe I can give you one.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you what it says here on their page. It says, welcome to the beautiful prairie state. Illinois showcases the best of what the USA has to offer. Hop into your rig, hit the legendary Route 66, and journey through Springfield, the state's historical capital, to Chicago, one of the Midwest's most iconic cities. Travel alongside the Mississippi River, which defines the state's western border. Discover charming river towns, classic steamboats, and scenic vineyards dotting the landscape. This DLC has 11 cities: Chicago, Springfield, Rockford, and Peoria. Iconic landmarks. These are the landmarks: Chicago's Buckingham Memorial Fountain, the Springfield State Capitol, or the Rock Valley College. You know any of these things?
No.
You can also drive to Chicago's famous international airport. You can drive from the starting point of the legendary Route 66 all the way to the other end of it, now, if you have all the packs, and uncover hidden gems. So, if you've already played this game, you're probably going to buy this anyway, right?
Sure.
I mean, I just want to fill the whole map in so I can just go everywhere. That's clearly the aim of this, being able to
the game started over on the West Coast and it's moving. It's got Illinois, Missouri, Texas, Arkansas must be in there because that's kind of like the Midwest. And now you're up to Illinois, and now you keep moving east. The rest of the country is yet to be mapped.
That's right. I think the next ones that are coming out, you could probably guess which ones they are because of the way it's moving, right?
Yeah.
But let me just clarify what they actually are. British Columbia is coming up.
That's Canada.
It says experience the stunning landscape of Canada's westernmost province.
There you go.
And South Dakota is the next one. Welcome to the Mount Rushmore state.
Right.
So those are the next two on the thing. So American Truck Sim, it's really, really fun. The map packs are well worth it. You can, just fill in the map. There's new places to visit. They have these things in the game which are like photo opportunities, and they're dotted around the map. And when you see one on your map, there's a little camera. And when you stop, and it'll be like stop at Mount Rushmore, and then you get a photo of it through your photo. There's a photo mode. And then you can get an achievement for collecting all the photos of all this and, the scenic places. So it's American Truck Simulator. It's on Steam. It's $11.99 for this expansion. By the way, it's on sale at the moment. All of the map packs, aside from this one, are $4.99 each. And the main game, which comes with 2 map packs, is $4.99. So it's a good time to grab it if you want to try it out. Sid Talk, what's for dinner?
We're having takeaway. You get to decide where.
Nice.
So
I'll decide later.
Decide now. You get choices. Subway, Taco Bell, Jimmy John's.
Subway.
Okay. Subway, then we're telling everyone we're having Subway.
What is on your mind?
On my mind is this movie. Is the idea, so it's advice, it's not advice. It's just observation and interpretation, regurgitation of words. So like this character in this movie, our minds, every single person, your mind can change in a split second from a thought about something to something else. And it's a split second. Yes, you can slowly come to a conclusion, but at some point, the first spark of a new idea or a new way of thinking or a new opinion, some sort of cultish ideology hits your brain for the first time, and you are changed. And the difference between you changing your thoughts and how it sort of impacts you in general, and taking that thought and turning it into an action that has consequences, I think is that what this movie kind of analyzes. Because like they discuss, everyone has terrible thoughts, and it just occurs to you, something bad happens in your life and you instantly might feel revengeful or angry or totally brokenhearted to where something you want to do something and then you don't. But the thought has occurred to you, right? And then other people do have the terrible thought and then they do the thing or react. And there's sometimes there's not going to be a series of very clear explanations. Oh, this happened, then that happened, then this happened, then that happened, then they did that thing. Oh, I understand it perfectly. I can deal with it now. I don't think it's always like that. Someone is who they are, and then they do something, and if you can never resolve the question of why, because there isn't a clear little bullet point list there, of like what makes sense. Sometimes there might be, but sometimes it's just your brain changes your perception, and that's it. Just like when she's like, yeah, I just changed my mind and I didn't do it. Like she doesn't have you can't dig around in her mind and get a series of images and thoughts and like make sense of it. So that doesn't really come to any sort of advice, but it's just a way of approaching, trying to understand why people do what they do. You can't always.
You cannot.
I watch a lot of court TV, and you really cannot understand.
All right. Thank you, Sid Talk.
Bye.
Thank you. You can catch this podcast on Amazon Music, ascully.com, Spotify, iTunes, or YouTube. You can catch us on social media, X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, TikTok. Email feedback to me, ascully@ascully.com. Don't email Sid Talk. She doesn't want your email. And stay classy. The drama, classy movie. I really liked it.
I did too. And I'm going to say, think for yourself or someone will do it for you.
Robots.